Sin dumping. A fan so won't to meet lawyer. Was it the Tibiano? Or Mama, and no man tree for one so. One best sorry waka. No more semra ebeye ejuma. And some of the doors so ye benya bread ye bepe bre. Near the somebody na amamo ewo enyumre. No siaka se boyi emo. Midi edi PSA. Lodi. Ora Emmanuel Odro. Korea NSMO emaye Priscilla. Ewo efie hanumu a wo chinchim kase no mfidie no fruma amaye ne de aseda ama boshaba electrical so pe wise ne nkane ahodo a boshaba electrical so benya biato betu bi koton ba kumienu miensa ne yekọ enkoto bola gusu bia ma ofie nkọhye wo dem nkọhye edum pizza ti o keje ti adwa no enhwe ani mu afei boshaba brusem ba bia ye wo ya ye bokase mamu yi afei pizza tantiata akofo dan mu 0322 030838 0536095966 TikTok so Instagram yawo boshaba.electricals ubenya ho live promise urban so yawo ahabendro ayeton ubenya bi ato na de asawya de ohun na dodo wo ti power wo ni so bi de hwidon kodo maredia ni nyina ho aduro ewo promise urban 0535 544681 0535 544681 and summonon entremo enie magana bede dadi asam no nyede ne yekọ osofo ba enokọ ne ene no akodi nkom afọ lorin kwanhia esi ye wo esikuma junction enokuma jo
ya medo
yedo si asam no nyede boye mu
jo sadi wadi ke etremo sabe penet e tu de tane ko temo ewo esikuma ene ya se asam de ipa ma eye ni akere won pa na kotimo se yire mo pa na ni nyira ne se o dia ba ni na oji esen to yesa ese the registration number ATS422-25 Kristo pa ekere mo a ofiri ho e ba be se akọ agreement na ko se o dia passenger ko e na ko do ma ba ko di eye amofe no friends who are mobile, only say the activity and that's why it's overtaking that. What TSD or not literally, I want my life, not see you again. I have to say, I want to say, no, yes, and now, a man life, you know, not I was saying, Obama, dear, on my time. If you are not so empty, come on, or so, or not, and what to be, and so after ya packet, no kind of one. And the registration number GT 725-19. So a packet, planning to move. Then you can see, so who say, oh, Kai, not a patra party, no, but your pocket shoe. You can't, I'm going to walk. No. Why I'm not one here. If you're nobody, any financial for a body for evidence, you why is that? Can't say that I can't. I'm what I know. What is it? And you put a book for your knee and you want to see a now, almost me about my you want now. Anyone I watch out on Sana, if you be up for a year, if you back for the and I say, I'm going to move on. I allow what you can see you know, and so a camera, or no show, I saw the yarn of the one, you know, and I have to retire. Not a year as the young walk for a year, as the come at the Jamaica and the phone and so. It's not a new move out what the yarn of the one, you know.
Go for one who is your sofa and okay, that's it. And there was someone with it nearby, and so some no day soon. That's a fine before Mama film. Everyone would not yamra and for my pay highway so punching bonus will be very contempt punching bonus. So baby, a fro a last and cry. Sprinter bus, be she. Honestly, young, and I shall say. The instruction number is AS9104-12. If you akwa akwa driver no ni owura John McCarthy olusu control kra ene ma se esi ene so five service for kuku wo video no ma ni ke di wo mo ya Ishra wo mo no yanko ensem fufuro emu asim for so division for command one more to shada family o frishadu from what you say na me and friend agwata wo frishadu no so yo e wa sendom pem e wa asim for so potem fifi man tem abranche na wo hu maame no ni padua e wo e dem ben bre no edwada na re ho pa edwada na ye third November na wo hu maame no ho na se asa titi ya bobo no ba bia ho ni ade ama na ni mu na mu ja wo ho no ko mu so no mo je fi ho eba e kire se wo ne maame ne preso e wo de ho no mi pa pro no na police for no district crime officer ASP so dan kan dia ni information no happen so mo ko si ho ko ye ko investigation and then nam so a ko ma so for mo a mo ko kire abranche e se abranche no so prayer maame ne hu ni pa ye fie abosian so e twa ya adwo chama e bo nkomo e tire mu ye adwo chama e maame a wo firi mu roba e tire mu ni mfa arahusemi ho
Timimi as a new field, and who said more papa. Every mammy there for AP. They don't call her again to say, Timimi as a new field. Then I'm a friend, who sent a mammy about or say that your ma home. I'm so yes, I one can't show more doing no more. If you have more man, I'm so mother, that I'm not my lucky gate. There to a man, the woman back in your phone, nay, or no shed rat. The end of the woman is or him and a woman say, oh, yeah, well, at the fear of a woman so we're not so. No dear, what best fear the dada. Then I may say, who fear the dada, he found no fight. Then I am far a damage, the one who are going to and the way Jana for woman, I'm sit down with me haunting. Now we saw me for now we rather for man. I'm for sure if your mammy than I'm for mammy. I did not so. Now I didn't see a TMP or bomb and blah mamma.
I'm not saying, yeah, me a bear man and a bar. Into a business, no book. I penny for putting 4 years on the day for 40 January. You know, we are for 40 young kids.
Look at me, but home, young worship, a Rabusama, Chama, I want to me, Yenim Sodi, and Panaba, I won't come and tell my papa for some. And the lawyer, any lawyer, and the appear could be. Was say Hannah Power, Attorney General, my lawyer Penny. Say, Nigeria see we see, say, manager, ma a contamine, no, what drop charges, against you know. Sanka, yes, say, obedi, a general, say, obedi a dance here, a tia, MPP, Asante Mantem, Gen training, no. That's what sitting in a moon, what I say, at Antony, a bayajuma. Now one traho, Emiama Kaka, who be a, and you know.
No, we have just been served with the notice of withdrawal of the fourth accused person.
Yes.
It doesn't change our position. We have still pleaded not guilty. I always sound this warning that we should be careful not to attempt to influence decisions of court. Attorney General is also Minister for Justice, and his role as Minister of Justice is even more important than his role as the Attorney General and Government Prosecutor. So if Attorney General, with all the materials available to him, if it is just for him to only rely on a former accused person to prosecute a matter against one of the accused persons or some of the accused persons, and he thinks that justice may not be undermined, that is his decision. I would have thought that his role as Minister of Justice will have persuaded him at all times to be careful that the freedom and the justice of the moment is served also on all the accused persons until they are proven guilty. But the way that the Attorney General appears to be poaching his own accused persons suggests that there is intent to undermine the course of justice. We will resist your princess rule.
And the lawyer Emma Chairman Wuntumi and Akasano Yanko Bonbon Simon. Ora Muntaka Mohammed Mubarak Mantropo and Moswafua or Ghana Fisam so say Basorum Yens Robibia Yabekaya 5 million near Juno. Any a 5 million near Juno about why I told ye Pinche Bamuna and was your duty more room. Omo mudi for omo kofa pinche ne ba wona e se kire omo ya kire wono mu nyina se sei de o se suspect makoma kwaduanu ba ako na yenya wo mo egusu a ye hwe enti wo se aban lawyer panyin Attorney General edi hu twuma se de be ya obehwe apɛ atemu nsɛm.
On January 16, 2025, the Inspector General of Police inaugurated a special task force within the Criminal Investigation Department (CID) of the Ghana Police Service. The mandate of the task force was to collaborate with the stakeholders to identify, review, and investigate all electoral violence cases that resulted in fatalities during the 2020 and 2024 general election. The Special Investigation Task Force identified 12 cases that took place during the 2020 and 2024 general election. These cases had resulted in 15 deaths across the country, and well over 40 individuals got injured. The report outlined detailed account of all the 12 cases recorded during the period. The detailed report, which has been submitted to His Excellency the President, also contains the various incidents, how they were brought or got to the notice of the police, and actions taken by investigators in line with the laid down investigation protocol and procedure.
Ora Muhammad Muntaka Mubarak etwa say ayawa so by election so pinche no so what the home susua ni ho adwenkyerɛ nyina report nyina e wo ho no ma omo hwe se atemu be adwuma.
I must be quick to add that I have since directed that the report of the Commission on the Election Violence at Ayawaso West Legon be implemented fully for justice to prevail. 6 each from the 2020 and the 2024 general election, which collectively led to 15 deaths as mentioned earlier and injured 40 others. These incidents span multiple regions, including Bono East, Greater Accra region, Bono region, Northern region, Central region, Savannah, and Asante region.
Man Triple M Honorable Muhammad Muntaka Mubarak Ghana Fisam Swafo any attending no. Yemfri one more no. Yesi one year why small scale mining no. And I say you make come small scale mining no. Ya jimu ha no edio so nwotwe one more license. Na no na bi mu kase wo wasa ntwa ye ni ade no se wo he bi no adwuma ya omo ya ba kiriki bani. Emfa kwa mu omo famra enya adwuma. Nti wo so omo so ye ne sa na aboa amada achi bia no ebi so ahweso e de asuan se mu ebeto odwa e wo bra Public Accounts Committee etenase na Deputy Minister for Lands and Natural Resources oniminya for Sulemana Yusuf Kwatra ho won ne kwakyerekere sansem yimo.
The issues of fighting miners, large scale companies will be a thing of the past. It's because we don't go through the process and go through it very well. But I want to assure you that we are reviewing the large scale licenses. And again, my able minister has asked me to chair it. Very soon, we will revoke some of those licenses that people have just taken and blocking space and are not allowing people to, those who mean business to do their business. We will revoke them and then give it to those who want to do business with them.
And who was some na Honorable Sulemana Yusuf Edisoso says no license ahudwa large scale mining companies so no omo hwem na ebinum so de enche ye beje kura.
People had concessions when they didn't need it. People had concessions when they didn't need it. They didn't even know where the land is. And so we have reviewed the small scale licenses, like I said earlier on, about 1,200, close to 1,300 licenses were reviewed. And when we reviewed them, about 907 irregularities or infractions were identified. We further checked and realized that some were administrative in nature. And so those that were administrative in nature, we asked Minerals Commission to resolve them themselves, which they did. But as I speak to you, just last week, about 278 small-scale mining licenses were revoked. They were revoked because we found that a lot of irregularities that you cannot even resolve were the reasons why we had to revoke them. And we challenged them to take us to court. There were instances where a concession is so close to a community.
Yo, enti yebe free one mo swofo abede chiro Ghana nsase obade abodremu nipa etena be ho nsam na Public Accounts Committee wodi nsam we akoto edwa no ho. His Excellency Awula John Dramani Asankusu Mahama Ghana mampanyesi ubi Concordia ebi Victoria enkabo ma ahode nti enchakra Mali Burkina Faso Niger yenyina ebe kan bom na yahwe kwan ba ko a ebe faso a yebe ko atutura samon na nsam we beto dwa ewon hwemudi ana German President Frank Wallenstein one Ghana na yeye nhwemu na nsam we beto dwa na wose se betimi akon atutura samu a ni kwan se ba akofo oman ba akopɛ eye wose bibrem aman no yetimi ekabomo na ye na ema ye ho yeden.
Ghana is deeply concerned about recent actions that jeopardize the rule-based international order, especially the global trade system that has supported decades of prosperity and development around the world. The dismantling of established multilateral frameworks and the rise of unilateral protectionism threaten to plunge the world into economic instability, greater inequality and conflict. I invite Germany to share Ghana's strong commitment to multilateralism, the United Nations system, the World Trade Organization, and international law. We will urge all nations to resist the lure of economic nationalism and to collaborate in reforming, not dismantling, the institutions that unite us as a globe. The challenges of our era, climate change, pandemics, terrorism, migration, and poverty cannot be tackled by any one nation alone. They require our collective action, dialogue, and compromises.
His Excellency Awula John Dramani Mahama. And no, and that what you say Ghana. Ye just why you now so. That's why you now so say. Yankopa Babuana Amansan Kuba time. Bejokuo a Shabambo and some swano. Woman so ebeshe. Akabi amaye efade ye pegina bia ai crown ye gina so. Ni afre se. Abrofo no ne abibime ni kra. Enti ye wo se omo pataye no ma bie wo so omo hwe ne ensaka no wo se ensaka nti yegusuwa ye pe ba bia gina bra ekron.
Regarding Africa's representation in global governance, Ghana continues its long-standing and legitimate demand for Africa's permanent seat on the United Nations Security Council. Africa, with 54 countries and over 1.4 billion people, remains the only inhabited continent in this world without a permanent representation on the world's most influential decision-making body. This historical injustice must be corrected. The African Union's Ezulwini Consensus and the CERT Declaration clearly express Africa's stance. The continent demands at least 2 permanent seats with veto power, along with additional non-permanent seats. UN Security Council reform and Africa's rightful place at the table. I wish to commend President Steinmeier and the German government for this principled stand, and Ghana calls on all nations to move beyond rhetoric and take action to make the Security Council more representative, democratic, and legitimate.
His Excellency Awula John Dramani Mahama Ghana Mampenyi. Enkane Ghana Mampenyi abedi achire ene Dr. Ology Baumia. What you say, enoma ema MPP aban guye. Enoma ema 2024 aban ye aban no ye MPP nyina no eye fuola ne bo course so sa abre no eka ho ebi. Eno na ma MPP amanyɔkuo no ɛntumi ɛni nkunim ɔsan so ɛde sobɔ bi ɛbɔ MPP mpanimfoɔ no bi mpanimfoɔ mo deda ano no wɔn se kasa tenten tɔpɔnkɔ kasa bi wɔn kasa ya ɛntwa yie sɛbi kasa na ɛnyɛ a ɛbaeɛ no ɛno nso amoa amanyɔkuo no
Santina da Sadano, Nanipa Bibi police station. Na Ghana Hagina Sane Tie Nipa Ebufuye. Mosumo Kanchero Mose. Not maybe I koto abano. Na ahochire bi aba. Na niema buo akosuro. Usha academia sa ye koto abano. Ye tu petrol mu. Semokai. My driver for nipa bibiri ebufuye. Almost say, Ushe Yan party for na kasa omukasa tia MPP no. Yan party paying for na Emma MPP nya akono. Na NDC so efa sa kasa ya yan paying for ya no omudi ye advert na omudi tia MPP for.
His Excellency Elogi Dr. Baumia and Kane Ghana Mampanyina. What a gamam yako and Cramantem Gawes Crescino Emo, Sapperman, Pobiman, and in Crotobia Wahornman on my demonstration. Almost say Hanya Yabra. Nanso, Bridge be a hodie, a how on mopa, or more bremutumna gajia, and here was said one Mocasem.
We are demanding for our food bridges. Every Amasama, Ekoprim, Mazula Junction, and if I know about my old trim called Mala, there's no food bridge. There are toilets. There are small demonstrations here, back to AB, MCD, Kasaya, the
And once someone no demonstration, no, a wholesome, and no. Now, come Rasabedja Fia, Rasabedja Foa, or no one person, what a tiffy do, Mantem and Numumuno, almost one year back. Say MPP, say NDC, no more has some puntu ever pat and potem honomo. Now, my a tiffy do Mantem man for, and ya one who found ye.
Northern part of this country has huge, vast expanse of arable land that remain uncultivated, undeveloped, and unirrigated. And then the youth of the north are compelled to run to the south to come and engage in menial jobs, and some go to the cocoa growing areas to try and then work in the forest belt, because there the rainfall patterns enable agriculture to be done better than up north.
And once someone no only for Mahama Ayariga, Nanon was say, or more say agriculture betumpon, ewo etifi do Mantem Ho.
Took a decision that one area that we want to focus on is to develop the agricultural potential of the north as the breadbasket of the country. We believe that that's something we can do. So we took some strategic decisions, looked at past studies that have been done regarding the potential of the north as the breadbasket of the country, and decided to zero in on that as one project. And so we invited our regional ministers from all the 5 regions. They came down, and then we engaged the regional ministers on the idea of transforming the north into the breadbasket of the country. And the regional ministers bought into the idea, and so we tasked them to go back and then study the various available locations where we could really.
Onumanya for Mahama Ayariga, ena yakotie nene eno wasam yasam wonum asam omamu nsam ne yansam yede mamu se kase no mu ensam yetoa ensam no eso na yakọ ahoma no so akodi enkomo afa Bible mu asam ho ene na apostle wa ahoma no so apostle majo odi enyumre ye ba ho a na wadawroma ye pese wo kyerɛkyerɛ yɛn ne yɛtimi bɔ yɛ bra yie ewo Kristo mu.
Hello.
Hello. Hello.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Ai, wadawroma. Na me se enyumre kyerɛkyerɛ yɛ kwan a ye bɛbɔ yɛ bra ewo Kristo mu. Na aboa yɛn. Yɛne nipa ntam.
Yo, really, that. Yeah, beautiful area. So the area to air con area. We have it was very much my brother will see as I will see. I is a very great and say, you could just definitely like a color to the kid. And also the name of that all my what the young court just asked from a person court, yes, yes, and no and brass. They will see the idea as the attorney. The black ear that was the yes, the brass or the young put to the player if they want to go near for the yes, and the brass. I'm still because he said, okay, yeah, oh, we are also. And so it's not if you have a member in Abu yes, if you have asked the location here, and as I say, I've not a grand idea. But you will remove promote the today that they have a or the afraid them, they put the idea that you are yet that's what you I feel the member as the afraid of us as was the Nicodemus or yeah, down if you are a man with the question, you have Italian culture. So we have to say, I dear Bema and said, if you are, then I say, I'm hearing it, you say, yes, and I say, yes, why, yes, and so, and who put it up there, and they yes, that's the more of crying up for the organisation of the fight or stay. So I'm back. And I'm not a year or so. And I'll speak a papaya, and I used to get and I did then to see what I am for starting to crew. I'm a bit brave. That's what it is. Who are so far, so it takes that I build them and away from you. If you never not trust one of you elegantly, or get this free, will be afraid and that's a because let me everything is one or three. Be ye holy, for I am holy. For that, it is possible to see God or to now holy. You can't see God or see. Yes, that's the way to that. It's a couple year 8 already. If you are not a few, the prayer back with this guy and I pray this guy of I'm only going to take your book of prayer. It's impossible to do so. It's not about doing the baby now. Say, you don't get the trust the best of any. A clever first to say, you didn't be a bravo. And then what they want to watch the proceed. But not the one that was see. Or body here and you go here. I will see TV on our two. So from there, the book I was to be a Christian. More or dear, or yes. Although I make it provision. Yes, I am say that if you only not do me a say, I'm more the first now to the shop. Then you may, yes, after a month, still, you will not see any. That one. We start here, we are able to do giving an attitude. That carried it. Yes, yesterday. And I'm going to pray and grab us. Yes,
Yes, so yeah, that's Apostle Emmanuel Nyako Victory Baptist Bible Church. I don't know that, and then you know what church, yeah, that's a pam. Aha, na ya de kase ni be senior dia seda. I'm a promise about 0535544681. Boshaba Electrical 0322 030838 0536095966 Boshaba.electricals. Instagram yawo ho, TikTok so ho boshaba.electricals. Priscilla Obapa Priscilla chinchi mafidie ne ema me ora Emmanuel Odroko ria ne semo metin e di PSCA Ladi sorry so na dwumadi e friend Asetenapa atwaso Domino's Vobiscom Eradia Somdwen kan